right then, let's get this road on the show. So, let's start with character introductions. So, let's start with you, Tamara. Who are you, and what's
Alright, I'm playing Tamra Jin, the Spider Mayor. My motto is that actions speak louder than words, and I am in the midst of defending this city from mercenaries, the Fire Strike Gang, and trying to keep an egg safe.
Yes, you've got a lot of things to look after. So,
Yep, and a lot of people, and most of them are going to die.
well, next up is Yazi.
I am Yazi, the Wolf Dragon Artisan. My personality is confident, and my motto is all will be revealed.
All will be revealed. All right, and next we've got Sheng Lu Po.
Hello, I am the resident Slinky Boy. My motto is not that the well is too deep, but that the rope is too short. And they have singles, which will be resolved soon, hopefully.
Yes, indeed. And last but not least, we have Lu Wei.
Hello, I am Lu Wei, the Tiger Slaver, whose motto is I can move mountains, and whose still outstanding goals are to discover the mystery of the egg, to eliminate the Fire Strike Gang, and to eliminate the mercenaries.
Okay, well, our people have certainly gotten down to an interesting situation. So, does anybody recall what happened last?
I believe last time we put ourselves to the task, prepared as best we can, and then rolled up an explosive egg into the face of Yon the Ugly. At which point, both he and Tamra were involved in the explosion, and then Tamra got shot on their way out.
That's right. And
Cheryl did survive with injuries, but, well, we captured the mercenary leader, and did quite a lot of talking about it.
right. And as you're trying to determine, what options to pursue, initially to see if they could be bought off, but that didn't seem to work either until it was revealed that yes, their employer was actually quite the monster herself. And however, there was some convincing that would allow them to stay to defend the little town here, or Yuchin. And there was
Lives, lots of silver, and of course they continue doing their jobs as mercenaries just for here.
That's right. And they did provide you with a flag to raise, which is essentially the shoot who you're around and get to the flag.
Right. I think for rally points' sake, the bridge is going to be the spot. The bridge
Okay.
ambush, number 3.
Okay.
So that's where everyone else is rallying to.
And Sheng Lu Po also did a little bit of...
I went out for a bit of reconnaissance and as a bit of a chaos agent. I set their supplies on fire. Made contact with our one ally. Though as tenuous as that alliance may be,
Yes. So, as Sheng Lu Po has discovered, it seems like order is starting to break down a little bit, and trust between the mercenaries and the rest of the group is seeming to fray as well. So, with 2 of the wagons of supplies on fire and burnt up, it seems as though that this whole little adventure is getting a little bit worse and worse as time goes on. So I think we will start with Sheng Lu Po. Last time you were kind of pushing yourself to sabotage along the way, and you're a couple days away yet from Yuchin yet. So as far as your goals and what you want to do you want to continue to follow the group? Do you want to... What are you...
So they're about like 2 days out now?
That's right.
I think that it is about time to ride back and warn everyone, because I have a time frame, and that's what I was supposed to Fine.
Yep. So this would be a good chance, or a good opportunity rather, to roll your body and hiking.
And endurance. Not that I have it.
Body and endurance, yes, and hiking.
Pretty good.
This is okay. So you
That gift of hiking just made me so much more fit.
yes, so much more swole. So you hot-footed out of there, and you push yourself through so that you make enough. You're making good time. Do you want to continue going through the night?
Um,
Or do you wish to
I
stop?
feel like
and rest?
I'm doing well enough that I can push.
Okay.
Push.
Well, I'm going to roll a d8, and we'll see what that is, and that's what you would have to beat for your next body and hiking check. Aha! You've got your second wind. So roll them bones again and see how many successes you get.
Only one this time, but
Okay, well, you managed to make really good time. You don't stop, so you managed to do 2 days worth of travel to the and managed to get into Yuchin maybe around 8 o'clock in the morning. You're pretty exhausted, but you do stroll into.
sorry, you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I said you're a little more than a little exhausted, but you do manage to stroll into town. So you've made it back in one piece, and it doesn't take long before you're spotted.
I'm gonna find Tamara and make a full report.
I guess
Basically,
these ones out
recounting
here
everything
by
that
that entrance
happened.
are currently like extras. Yeah, if you go seek out Tamara, Tamara of course is busy rallying the defense, keeping everyone ready, watching out for your smoke, and when she sees you, she seems just a little confused.
So it took
You're-
me, since I traveled through the night, it took me a day about, right?
Yeah.
So then that means the army is only a day out.
Thereabouts. Yep.
So I will report that the attack is imminent and the army is a day away. But their morale is suffering thanks to me. So things might be looking up.
Well, it's good that you've managed so much while you were gone. I didn't expect you'd, well, actually do anything like that. Good job. I'm impressed.
It also means soon would be the time for the mercenaries to rally for their part of the plan, which I guess is just to dip and come back.
I believe it's going to be a little bit more extreme than that.
Yes.
But we'll see when it occurs.
We can hope. But yes.
And as for now, well, a day. One last chance to prepare.
Yes. So in the meantime, though, since everybody is kind of injured, or at least a good chunk of you are, what do you decide to do in that regard?
Good question. How injured am I? Really injured. Okay. I might try to give one more rousing speech before tomorrow. Just keep
Okay.
everyone's morale up, prepare them for the fight. We've won once already, we can do it again.
Okay, well then do a presence check, a will, presence, and any additional supporting dice that might help in this.
Okay, so I got D8 will, and I got 2D6 presence. How about leadership?
That would work.
So I'm gonna add in that D8. Let's see, and more specifically, admin probably doesn't apply to this.
Correct.
Nobility could. I have the right to lead you, and I'm fulfilling my duties of noblesse oblige in making sure everything goes perfectly here.
Right.
So that's going to be one more d12. Let's see, I'm wealthy, that doesn't matter. League authority technically falls under what I just said too,
Yep.
but that's just fast talk. I am doing a very quick one.
Okay. It
This
sounds
is
like you're
you've
adding a
heard me
pile of
expound
dice.
as much as I ever do before, so I'm gonna make this quick. Let's see, and I am a commanding leader, but that doesn't apply actual bonuses, but I am an
Right.
insider to the town.
Okay.
Alright.
Jeebers. Oh god.
Oh jeez.
And out of that pile of dice, you've only
Uh,
managed to score a single success. Well,
it's
everybody.
probably sinking into everyone like, wait a second.
Yeah, this
Wait
is
a
about to
second.
happen. But
This time it's for real.
with one success, you do keep people going, albeit they're hanging on by a thread, but they are
We
willing
might die
to
tomorrow,
continue.
but oh wait, that's a downside. Dang it.
Right. But the preparations seem to be going along nicely. I think at this point, most people are resolved in what they're doing.
Mhm.
As far as Yazi, what sort of preparations are you doing?
I mean, I've pretty much got my preparations already set up with the double cannon, and, all my guards are back in town since the ship came back in.
Yep.
It's all
So-
paperwork for me.
So your cannons are all set to go. Everybody is back into position. Do you coordinate it all with Tamra on how to defend, or are you just defending your locations, your
Well, I've fallen back to the strongest structure because the real egg is also still here.
That's right.
So, I mean, this is where I'm at.
Well, the voice inside the egg has been a little bit quiet, but occasionally while you're doing your paperwork, he'll pipe up and say, "Everybody's really nervous about."
That they are.
Are we gonna die?
Some of us probably. Not all of us, though.
Are you going to die?
Someday.
Ah, that's true. Are you going to die tomorrow?
I certainly hope not. I will try my best.
um, just asking kind of weird questions like if the ground gets too bloody, will will the soil be poisoned?
No. In fact, blood tends to help the soil. That's why you bury
Oh.
fish. Helps the crops grow.
I didn't know about crops growing with fish. There's a lot I don't know yet.
Yeah, you'll find out someday.
I hope so. And how about you, Lu Wei? What are you up to?
I don't know because I lost my internet connection last session, so I don't know exactly what's going on specifically.
Well, you do know from Tamra's rousing speech that she is trying to get the notes kind of on the map where she wants to have defensive points and the like. That the town itself is kind of preparing. People are getting, the townspeople are getting buckets of water to put out any fires. Those who are able to, defend themselves and to some degree are trying to or being drilled. Brother Pierre is working to get up a little hospital set up. And the cannons are now operational, so there's kind of a lot going on.
Well, I'll help where I can.
Are you still injured?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Do you do anything to mitigate that problem?
Well, that would require going to sleep because I think we're still technically on the day I went to the doctor. I don't know.
Well, we're kind of on the last day here, so
All right. Well, if you let me, I'll go see a doctor.
okay. I can certainly do a heal check here for. Oh, nuts! There are 0 successes there, so your healing quota is not affected. The doctor is a little bit overworked and a little bit hectic.
Well, I plan not to get hit anyway.
Do you? I know you were working on your injury quota for a while. How many points do you have left? By any?
I'm on 21.
Okay, so you could still eat a meal. You could still take a bath.
And a night's rest. That's all I need. I need to do all those 3 things, and then I'll make.
So literally, if you just sort of take it easy today, you'll be prepared for tomorrow.
Oh, if the attack happens tomorrow, then I'll be fine. But if it happens today, then yeah, screwed.
Not yet. At least from the intel that Sheng Lu Po delivered, it doesn't look like they're quite coming yet. Their pace seems to be a little bit slower too, almost like things aren't going so well. And Tamra, since you've been injured now too, what are you attempting to do about that?
I believe I'm still dealing with Father Pierre here, who is basically just using his magic as much as he can, and I'm
Nice.
getting willpower treatment from him, which I think I need to roll.
Yes. So if you want to see him again, he is willing to try to heal you again, since
Mhm.
you're, of course, the mayor and you got shot. So he will
Indeed.
take your hands in his and say, "Let us pray and beseech the goddess Eloise for her mercy and kindness to deliver us from these horrible injuries."
All right. Anything I should roll, or should you do roll everything?
So you add your will die,
hmm
and this I'll roll 2d8s to see what we have to beat.
Okay. Here's my roll. I got an 8.
Wow. Heloise doesn't like you. In fact,
Wow, it's like maybe I'm some weird spider thing.
yeah, that's pretty awful. Okay, well, he will certainly try.
I think this happened last time too, so I think I just get encouraging words, which gives me like 3 healing quota if I also get food and rest.
Yeah, he tried. And you certainly would have made it if, for some reason, Heloise, her favor was not with you today.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not for those meddling kids,
Exactly.
there's a lot of very strange. But Father Pierre will also don his since he did belong to an order of warrior monks, he or his specific sect is more militant. He does have plate mail that he does put on, so can't move quite so well. But if push comes to shove and they make it back to the hospital, he's willing to defend it.
Right. I do have the reinforcements that I'd like him to be over at, because when they retreat there, they might come with injury. And that might be the most proactive place for him to be.
Okay, so I will move him over there. And as far as the as Lieutenant Gray and what have you, do you join him with the bridge? You said yes.
He's on our side, and, well, I guess we are all at the bridge. We live and die together now.
So the let's see here. There was one other.
Yeah, we didn't have too many of the actual mercenaries captured, the rest were just rats.
Yep, the others were those rat finks who were trying to get some intelligence, and you just managed to capture them all and put them in your basement. So, but there were two mercenaries though who did have their equipment confiscated. So,
Right, and I believe it was returned after a talk with Yazi.
but nevertheless, they still have injuries. So,
Right. Well, fortunately, they do have a nice shield wall and a nice spear line to hide behind, as well as a light barricade. I want to fit all four of these guys up here, but it looks difficult to actually do.
hope you can squeeze them in there. I think.
There we go. Nice and comfy.
Okay, and you've been drilling in trying to keep your spears so that they can prevent people from coming over. So
Right. They'll have to, like, go over the barricade, go through the shields, and then also go through the spears as well. This is as difficult as it could be, but they also have guns, so...
yes, is there any specific place where you'd want to position the mercenaries?
Good question. Well, I mean, I have three of them. I don't want to necessarily send them across the bridge or anything. What I might want to have them do, initially, is to go over to point 1, and if anyone goes down, to drag them over to, reinforcements. And then after they get to reinforcements, they can come to the bridge. Or maybe they could actually be at the bridge ambush point 3 here. Because when others get closer, they could in fact start trying to snipe.
That's true. So we can keep them at the bridge then.
Okay. How far of a shot is it from 3 to the bridge? Like 34 meters. So it's a tough shot, but I mean, should be fully exposed, so that'll be interesting.
Do you want to put them? Yeah, okay. You said 3.
Yeah. I know. My battle plans are confusing because I need to control everything that happens here. Alright. And, as I've mentioned, that little line is basically the barricade wall of it, and hopefully they should know to hide behind it until they are needed.
Yes. So, and if the line does break down, Yazi and his building full of men should hopefully slow things down. But as far as the cannon goes, how are they positioned? Are they like on the roof of that building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 2 guys per cannon.
Okay. So 2 guys per cannon on the roof, sort of overlooking that.
Does make them lightly exposed, but I don't know exactly how your roof is.
Yeah, they're lightly exposed.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They have good range.
Everybody will feel the cannons being shot off, and I'm sure if there are glass windows, they might actually break. But fortunately, this is in an era where there are not a whole lot of glass windows.
You got wooden shutters. That's all you
Exactly. But people will certainly feel those blasts when they do go up.
And for reference, Tamara does have a horn with her.
Okay. And last but not least, Sheng Lupo, Jai Bei, the little fox that you helped liberate, has just been following you around, kind of tugging at your sleeve, saying, "Oh, are we gonna be okay? What's gonna happen?"
We're doing it. Sorry. I'm going to tell him we're doing everything we can to make sure that you and your family are safe. And you can help by keeping your mom and brothers safe and out of the danger.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that, and you'll be okay though.
I made it this far.
Okay then. Well, if you tell him to not follow you around, he will certainly obey your commands.
I'll
As for
also say I'll tell him to make sure if things do go bad, him and his family just flee the.
yeah, they're certainly not wanting to go back into slavery again. So it's a surprise that they stayed, but they also don't have nowhere else to go. Where do you plan on being when the battle starts?
Let's see. So most of the PCs are going to be at the bridge, right? Except
Yep.
Except Yazi.
Yep, Yazi's going to be working with the cannons, so. Are you maybe
I think I will then join them at the bridge. I was trying to think if there's anywhere else someone would be needed. But the bridge is kind of just our
Right, it's the general spot where I expect the battle to be, but there's also a lot of advancing that they're going to do too, and a whole lot of range I hope to inflict first.
I'm also a high mobility character, so if I need to get elsewhere,
Right. You could always like hide behind a building or something, come out, and then run from a sneak attack. But that's also highly dangerous, so up to
it's
you.
also highly dangerous. But I think I'll stick on the bridge for now. Or it could be a troll and hide under the bridge.
Ah, you are an otter.
I'm not an otter.
How do you hide it from me?
He
Thought
is
he
not
could
an
trick me,
otter.
but I'm smarter than that.
That'd be kind of fun. Hide under the bridge. Be an unknown element. Pop up if things pop off. Use my ropes to pull people into the water.
Oh gosh, that'd be
Ah.
hilarious.
I'm gonna hide under the bridge.
It seems like a great idea.
Someone just, like the guy in the back of the enemy group just disappears with like a and a splash.
Well, I moved you to the bridge. Is there anything else that people want to do before we start the battle?
See, I'll be kind of down here on the part that's still a bit on land, so I don't have to contend with being in the water.
Yeah, actually, I would like to board the spaceship.
Board the spaceship?
Yeah, you know, go to the next planet.
Well, sadly, this is not Myriad Song.
Alright, well then I
Or
would like
Ultima.
to get into my car and get on the phone with the mob.
I'm not getting the reference. I'm sorry.
Urban Jungle?
Oh, okay.
Alright, after driving up my tank, I can't think of very much more to do other than just to anticipate the inevitable end at this point.
Okay. Well, let me quick put the units into position. The night passes by uneventfully. Everybody's a little bit nervous and nobody sleeps too terribly well. The skunk sisters are with the sheep soldiers, so they are willing to try to spray, but we'll see how well that goes for them. The early in the morning, you hear some shouts and you hear some hollers from that they've been sighted, and you do, as the minutes kind of roll by, you can see dust rising up in the distance as the column of soldiers or bandits, I guess you could even say, are slowly moving towards the town. At the head of them, there are 4 bodyguards with a large snow leopard. He is decked out in mountain armor,
I'm gonna punch him.
and he is kind of walking along with the group and trying to make a big scene about it. At his right side is a familiar face. Sorry, cut out there for a second. Yes. Sorry. Push to talk is hard. Shumei. And at his left is Ugly Yan, who is very much still injured. The group of them sort of halt. Song Wei pauses and yells out to the group. You've wasted the opportunity to surrender peacefully, and now you must pay the consequences for your insolence. Let it be known that the glorious nations of the snow leopards will rise again under the ashes of this corrupt and destructive influence of Zhang Wao. Our revenge will be had today. You will find nothing but death here. And a thunderous cheer goes up from his men. And for a moment, it seems as though they might start charging, but instead, you see Shumei approach Songwei turns to Shumei, and they start to speak while the sight is going on, and she produces a tea set that she pours some tea, and she offers it up to Songwei, and Ugly Yan, of course, grabs a cup, and some words are spoken, but you can't hear them at this range, and but yes, they all stop and drink some tea. But in the moment, I will put the units up as they appear. One moment, please.
Okay. During this time, I guess, is our chance to give our last words in our pre-war amble like that.
Tomorrow, if you die, I just want you to know that the mine belongs to me.
But the CD player remains mine even in death. Did we actually sign that to our contract? I don't think we did.
What, that the CD player belongs to you until death?
Oh, no, that anything happens on anyone's death.
Oh no, it's not signed, I'm just letting you know.
Well, if I'm dead, I at least don't have to worry about who's taking over the village next.
Right, if you die, all legal authority falls to me. Not due to any actual responsibility, but merely because I own the only legal notifiers around here. Notaries, that's the word I was looking for. Legal notaries.
There you go.
And should I die, I bequeath all my worldly possessions to my grave.
Put it into my mausoleum, including the workers.
My dying breath, I curse
Does the
soy.
egg come as one of your possessions? Do we bury that with?
No, the egg belongs to itself.
I thought the egg was your son. Shouldn't it inherit everything?
It's not my son. I treat it like
It
my
is if you
son.
hatch it.
It came out of some big, scary spider thing, so
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
know.
it's
You
more-
take it, you adopt it. That's the rule, right?
You take it, you adopt it? That
Obviously.
doesn't make any sense. You take it, you adopt it. I adopted this cheeseburger.
The cheeseburger's like a son to me.
Oh no, I've committed sonicide. What's it called when you kill your son?
I'm not sure. I need some, like, Greek words for this.
Well, I mean, if it was
So-
a baby, it'd be infanticide, but what if they're, like, teenager?
So you can see the full host of the Firestrike gang and their mercenary allies approach in the upper corner here. The
Sure can.
bodyguards, of course, and Songwei himself. So this would be a good time to roll for initiative as their tea is finished, and he raises a sword and yells, "Let the siege begin."
Is it possible
Alright.
to rote?
It certainly is.
Okay. There's too many guys. I don't want to roll for everybody. I'll just assume everybody gets one.
Tamara is definitely already ready with focus.
Okay.
As for my people, I might ask the same. I may as well just ask to rote them so that they are ready.
Of course, you've been waiting for hours, so
One success.
That's weird. The background murmur of your microphone storm made me thinking the Fraggle Rock theme.
Interesting.
da 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 da. Doo, doo.
Yeah, it was the
Come
very
on,
beginning. It
Fraggle Rock.
has a weird murmur in the background of his mic when he was about to talk. So it's do 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 do. So it's, yeah, the very beginning of the song.
Blue was focus, right?
Yeah, 2 is focus.
No, blue.
Oh, I have it down where the mulberry farm is, the color chart. It's a real shame that this is our last game because Arcloid from the other games has this whole image thing that he had made for, not this game specifically, for Myriad Song, but it works for here too.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that whole pack of pictures at some point.
Yeah, because he was showing it to me to use for Myriad Song, but he also has one for like Ironclaw and everything like that too.
I should probably actually write down longbow stuff now that I will be using it excessively here.
Yes. So, since they're moving forward, I'm going to allow everybody who has this will be the rise of the heroes since you have it sounds like everybody has focus.
Alright, well, I think the only ones that actually have current range on all of this madness are, in fact, the archers that are here. So they may as well take their chance to aim and fire while they can.
All right.
Of course, Tamara will blast her horn once to indicate that the battle is beginning, and you can go ahead and open fire.
Who or what are you targeting?
I'm going to be targeting the individuals over here, the snow leopards, the fire
Okay.
striking, and of course, Tamara will be raising the flag soon. But let's go ahead and get the rolls out of the way. They have increased body, but not anything else, so they have 2d6. And if they aim, they have 1d12.
Okay, roll them.
Because they are veterans, and there's no chance for tactics because nobody's adjacent to the targets.
Mhm.
Or, yeah, I think that's how it works in this case.
Yep.
Do archery versus, and I'll roll versus 2d12, which is what they get for being at long range. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we're looking at
So the first one, speed and dodge in order to avoid getting shot.
Mhm.
He has a 5, but you have a 12,
Plus
so
2d12.
that's a hit.
You have 2d12 to add.
Plus 2d12, that's correct.
Yes, indeed. Could make all the difference. It does, because now it's a tie.
Does he have cover?
He could use his friend, which he will.
Oof.
Oh, they don't have shields or anything.
Well, let's see. As far, yes, I think they would have shields. So yes, longsword and.
That counts.
Indeed.
So he will raise his shield as the arrow thunks into it pretty solidly.
Okay.
The next.
They got to get better than a 7. With 2d6 and 2d12. Yep, they do. Third one better than a 4. Indeed. Fourth one better than 8.
Oh,
Ooh, is that actually a hit?
that's a hit.
Ooh, amazing. It is damage +1 critical. They have a 6 at best, and the fourth roll has Gestinate. So that is still going to be 1 hit, so comes out to 2 damage, I think?
Yep.
Yep, no criticals. Not
Okay,
yet.
so body and soap. Well, he's hurt. He took an arrow to the shoulder, so
Mhm.
one of them got.
And then we do have the fifth one, which has a 6 and a 12 on it. So they could actually take the worst shot of everyone if they don't make good rolls. Negate the 6, but they still take the 12.
Yep.
So that's going to be 1 success as well, so another 2
2
damage.
hits. Okay. Oh, so he's actually took a more a bigger hit. They did not spot the skirmishers here,
Mhm.
and so as a result, he got he took a worse.
Well, so that's 2 hits out of 5. That's honestly better than I could have anticipated.
40%, still pretty
That's-
solid.
That's all the people they're engaging with, and of course, like I said, on Tamara's end, she's raising the flag, at which point it's just basically up to the cannons and the mercenaries.
Okay, so let's start with the cannons first.
They hold.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you raise the flag to alert the mercenaries to ditch out, essentially.
Mhm.
Okay. It's currently being raised, so there will be a round before it goes into full effect.
Okay.
Since they're not really looking for it until they spot. Because again, they don't know that it's coming. But that was
Of
the
course.
order. The order is the flag is being raised. So who's next?
I don't think anyone is like near enough to the battle line, unless anyone wanted to move in.
No, I'm just gonna stay
gonna-
stealth.
yeah,
like
just
a
wait.
trap.
Just gonna keep waiting. Just keep waiting.
Okay. Well, in that case, that will end the good guys' move and
Mhm.
rise to the bad guys. So for a moment, it seems as though the leaders are not as interested in moving forward, and they slowly put the T set. But the command is to go forward, and they're going to essentially charge into the town. So
Gotcha.
let me just get the information here for. Oh God. Well, my bookmarked pages are not here because for some reason here we go. Now the guys in back are going to are going to flat out run into the tower.
Naturally.
The groups near the back following the main assault are going a little bit slower. The mercenaries move in towards the trees because they're under fire.
Mhm.
So they sort of creep forward. The ones that are lined up right now, the ones that got shot, are going to attempt to return fire onto the archers.
All right, I do have my little barricade. That should give them some amount of cover. The only question
Yep.
is how much.
That will give you a D8 cover bonus in addition to the range.
Okay.
So the first one, we'll just start down the line.
Let's
Actually,
see.
we'll try to see the furthest one on the right will have to be rallied by his friend. Let's see how well it works.
They have 1d6 speed, and they do not have dodge because soldiers do not get
Mm.
dodge.
Okay, so two near the end are not working.
They. Oh no, they have melee range tactics. Yeah, no dodge. Do soldier, barricade, dodge.
So
Let's
this is the
dodge
first one,
Yep.
and versus roll 2d12s to see the range penalty.
Yep, I added that into it. Those are the last two, so 3 and
Okay.
5.
Okay, so he has a 10.
Alright, that would be a hit then.
Okay, so he has a longbow, so that is a 2-point hit as well.
Okie doke, let's see. They should be wearing the same armor, which I believe is the leather armor we've been covering, so that's
Yep.
a d6. They have a d6 body. And they also have resolve, which will be 3d6 then.
Yep.
Oh, hold up a sec. These are actually the deer. They have a d8 body instead of a d6 because they are bigger and better than other people.
Yay! Okay, both
Hey!
soaks. All
Cool.
right, the second one.
Oof, an 11. Versus not 11s. So we're soaking
So
against,
So 2-point hit. And
aha,
he
we soak
soaks.
it.
Number
Yes.
3.
Yee. You're making me really worried here.
Yep, the opening shots here are not looking great, but they are soaking enough. They're just sent reeling as a result of that.
Ah, okay. I should definitely start marking them off as reeling then. I don't think I can mark these ones, so I'll leave that for a bit.
Okay, number 4.
Alright, here's their soak for that other 2 damage, which is also
Soaked.
soaked. And then the dodge for the 4th one is another 1 damage.
Okay.
Or,
And this
oh,
is
that
for
one
the
is
physical.
just dodge entirely, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. So,
Alright, looking pretty good so far. That's 3 reelings then, isn't it?
yep, and there's 2 more. 3 more, actually. So, here's the first one.
Alright, just tell me if these are against reeling targets. Well, I guess that gives you a bonus, so I'm not rolling anything different. That one
Okay.
is dodged.
Okay. And these last 2 will be against reeling target.
Okay. The reeling bonus does not help them. And this one
Last
could
one.
probably hit. Oh, it just barely does.
Okay, so it takes a one. Let's see here, 1 point hit or 2 points. Sorry.
Right. 2 points as we've been doing to each other with all of our
Yeah.
arrows flying across the sky at each other.
Yep. So,
This guy actually takes a singular point of damage.
so yeah, the group seems to be pretty well practiced.
Mhm.
They seem pretty energetic as the first skirmishers make their way up to the line and release a volley themselves. Okay, and the main group is moving a little bit slowly, but the group in the back has managed to kind of infiltrate the town a little bit. Let's see, that's everybody, and Rise of the Good Guys.
Alright. Do cannons want to fire?
Hold.
Do mercenaries want to act?
Okay, upon seeing the flag go up, there is sort of a murmur amongst the. You can see there's like the mercenaries looking at each other,
Mhm.
and we will see. Let's roll a d. Griff, actually, roll me a 2d.
Ooh, just flat 2d12?
Yep.
Alright. An 8 and a 10.
There kind of seems like there's a. The murmur goes out. You see one of the mercenaries in the front line closest to. He turns casually and fires on Ugly.
Ooh.
Roast him.
And the shot goes off.
Yeah.
Very nearly didn't. That would have been embarrassing for this guy. It was just a click enough.
This will be his. He's not aiming, he just turned and took a pot shot at. Ugly Yawn is tries to dodge out of the way. And manages to do so. My goodness. He
Ooh.
turns like around as the one of the mercenaries clearly hates him, and the others take that as a sign to essentially follow suit. So let's see.
This might be very embarrassing if Jan just gets overkilled and everyone runs immediately first round. Or second.
Three of them try to cut across the field and then just they're not full out running, but they're trying to get away. They are heavily kind of armored, so it's a little bit
Of
slower.
course.
The other mercenaries saw that one of them has a pistol drawn and will aim and shoot. And it goes off.
How many bullets can Jan absorb?
He is a turtle.
He is a
Okay.
dodgy turtle.
Yes. So the pistol goes off, and he has a tie, and he has an armored shell that he kind of retreats by as the shot goes ricocheting off. The other two mercenaries, or other three mercenaries rather, will look at the line of archers in front of them, casually and coldly turn their fusils and shoot at the back of the archers that.
Yeah, this is going to be very dangerous soon. Let's see how they do.
One of the fusils sort of stops and hangs fire. You see him like pull the trigger frantically and shake the fusil as it just sort of hang fires. The second. Okay, that one actually goes off. Oh, snap. So they're going to go to the macaroni party and take a nap. So the second fusil goes off, shoots one of the leopards squarely in the back as he tries to sidestep in panic. And let's see here. That is a 6-point hit. Let's see how well.
6 points. We've seen where
And
this
he is
goes.
overkilled. He is splatted with a gun.
What's the radius on overkill?
I believe it's everybody in 2 paces.
So mostly just his immediate adjacent friends.
But they are sent afraid after seeing their the guy standing next to them turn into a bloody smear as the mercenaries they thought were on their side coldly turn and start to slaughter. But there's still 2 more, so let me roll the spark. Ooh, that's another good shot. Oh, wow. Okay. So he turns to see that's another one of the mercenaries aim that gun and shoot his friend. He stands there dumbfoundedly and flat-footedly as the bullet strikes him for 4 points of damage. Let's see how well.
It could be another immediate down.
Well, fortunately for him, it wasn't as bad as a hit as it could be, so he soaks 2 of it, but he is still hurt and. And 1 more. And another good shot. Let's see if he can be dodged. Sorry, folks. I know this is probably a little tedious, so I'm trying to keep it up.
Yeah, having Macro or the like to just set up all the rolls with the attacks and dodges you intend probably would help. But that's just
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah. So okay. So that is the 7. So that is a 2 plus 2 is, or excuse me, 3. It's 5-point hit. We'll see if you can. Okay. He's only dying. And the remaining 4 that are in the back are going to push forward and try to sprint towards the. And they manage 7 paces.
Not bad.
Okay, now let's see here. Given the pandemonium that's now starting to break out, with the mercenaries suddenly turning on their friends, Songwei is going to try to rally his troops.
Just to finish what the archers are doing, they are recovering, guarding, and reloading.
Okay. So the Songwei orders his men to hold position and not to break. The blocks behind them, the 10 men behind, are going to, since they have their swords out, are going to basically mob them and start to fight them hand to hand, since they have used their firearms.